Welcome everyone, I hope you are all well. Thank you so much to all my new subscribers. It's excellent to see this channel growing, and the Hidden History series has been a huge success. And I'm so pleased that this information is getting to you all. And I'll be doing a Q&A and all this very soon, so you'll get an answer to where all the research has come from and all the questions that you've been asking in the comments. Everything should be questioned, especially when someone states only one version of reality. So his story should be questioned, especially when they don't like it to be questioned. I know a lot of you follow me from the start of lockdown making the dystopian films, which I have a big update on soon, so stay tuned to the end of this video. Today I want to tell you more about the Hidden History series. Most of you who are subscribed will be fairly open to these subjects, but I can understand that to some these subjects seem very different to what we are presented with, and is called normal reality. I haven't owned a TV for 20 years, and as a filmmaker I like to research many subjects. I also have a very wise brother that I have had years of conversations with about the paranormal, UFOs, space, name anything out of the ordinary, and we've always chatted about it. All the info in the Hidden History series is research from books, translations, internet archives, different search engines. It's all out there in the public domain if you look for it. I wanted to plant seeds for people so they can delve deeper into these alternative subjects and make their own minds up to what they are. Remember, history means his story. A story is a narrative. Whether it's Christopher Columbus or Dorothy at the supermarket, they tell you a story. It's up to you whether you follow that story or believe those series of events that you're presented with. And if you're supplied enough information or trust the source, you will believe it to be the truth. Very few people will take the time to actually look into something and explore, or to check other accounts or perspectives. They want it fed to them and given to them in a complete half an hour show, and that is why the mainstream media do such a great job at hypnotizing people into believing their narratives. There are too many questions about the moon, hidden technology, secret space programs, UFO technologies, the paranormal, the list goes on and on, but they will always seem to be covert and become hidden from the public. I am no flat earther and see this as a psyop created, which I will discuss in a video very soon, but the stars above us are very real. Did you know when the flat earth theory began that they believed the water actually rolled off the edge of the earth? Without no doubt, we are not getting the correct information, and deliberately, so we are left confused, baffled, and people can conjure up insane conspiracy theories, adding more madness to the madness, the human inversion. We are presented with a perspective of a story, a version of reality, because it fits someone else's story they want to create. This is exactly what the media do. History is written by the victors, according to Winston Churchill. But who are the victors? Isn't this the elite, the super elite? As you would have to be super powerful to rewrite history. You would have to keep covering your tracks, making lies over lies. You would have to be in a very high level position to make it school curriculum or into educational institutes. What gets me is the shocking need for this extreme power and it just makes them seem like they are so afraid to lose what they have. I am not saying all history is a lie, but it's selective and it chooses what it suits its needs of someone else's story, his story or the father's story. You only have to look into Tartaria to realise that there is something very surreal has happened to our history. But that is only the start of it. What else happened during the Victorian period? What exactly happened during the Dark Ages? Great Tartaria has been wiped off the history books, and it seems that they used telluric free energy, understood the geomagnetics to our Earth, and if this was the case, would it not make sense that someone else in that powerful position wouldn't want others to know about this? Maybe they would want to contain that knowledge, to keep that power. Was the Industrial Revolution a way to enslave people's consciousness? Whatever the case, because we are told so many lies, we end up having to question more. He who controls the past controls the future. I am sure some of you will know people who feel uncomfortable when you bring up alternative subjects. Some people find it very hard to digest. The problem people have with this is it breaks down their reality, and this is disorientating for these people as they discover they have been misled or what they have learned might not be true. Even if what they are told sounds completely crazy, they'll still believe it. Their egos will stand guard to something that isn't true. But if we are being lied to at this level and we are then building societies on that lie, have you ever thought that this is the reason maybe why we have so many dysfunctions in our world? Because societies are actually built on a lie. Of course, it's broad to say it's all a lie, but once you research any part of history, you will begin to see that there are some very strange, dark and eerie parts to our past that are never talked about. Somehow, if it isn't broadcast through a TV, then it isn't true. Yet even when they are displayed, the evidence, most will completely disregard it. The internet is actually more reliable than any other source, as you can cross-reference information as we did with the whole of the Hidden History series. When you research, you should always look at the official story and then ask questions around that official story. Because some stories I don't believe are completely lies. So they're inverted or distorted. We are given a very narrow version of what this reality is. We are kept in a very small bandwidth. Psychologically, this makes you think small and it keeps you trapped in a low state of mind. When actually the complete opposite is true, as you are so powerful in your connection to source. But mentally you are cut off from it, so you keep in these wall of boundaries. Most alternative subjects are not accepted, as you can clearly see from the accounts in the Hidden History series. We are told about World War I and II at school, which is of course, like any war, horrific times. But what about the millions of orphans around the world during the 1800s? We are never told about the incubator babies or the World's Fairs. We are always painted a version that fits the elite's narrative. This now has to stop, as this will be no more in the future. If you are new to the channel and subscribed lately, you may not know, but I am primarily a filmmaker, music video producer, and you can find a lot of films on the channel that were filmed during the lockdown process, and I've made this whole dystopian series during that time. Quite a few of them went viral, so I continued down that rabbit hole of looking into all these theories and concepts, but I reached a finishing point with them and I felt like I wanted to take the series to another level, so this is why I've basically ended up making this feature. What started as actually 5 films just ended up becoming a huge body of work and has developed into a feature. So I've nearly finished writing a feature film which will be based on this dystopian series with a very exciting story. I've used lots of research from the Hidden History series to give me inspiration for the story, and I feel like I've created something very unique in this script. So I've been super busy. I've also written a couple of books over the last 6 months, one of which is called Mysterious Realities, which I wrote with my brother. I was inspired after the dystopian sci-fi films as I saw so much information and history disappearing off the internet, or accounts of people, things that have happened, covert operations. Also, with me and my brother having discussed these subjects for years, I wanted to pull together all the rabbit holes that we have explored over our lives. We have fully researched all these subjects and pulled together well over actually 25 years of information. I have also created the Human Inversion book, which I started writing down at the start of lockdown 2020. This is based around the Human Psyche series, which you can see on my channel. This book is designed for you to understand your soul journey better. I have had a lot of challenges early on in my life and still do. And by sharing these experiences, I know this will help you all to be empowered by negative situations and not be dragged down by them. I'll be doing a video in more detail on the book very soon. There is so much more I want to share with you, but please join my newsletter with the link below to keep up to date with the news. I've also recently updated my Patreon, so if you'd like to help support this channel, please come over. There's lots of perks, and I'll be showing you behind the scenes footage of the movie that I'll be making very soon, which I will tell you all about. I would like to go full time with the channel and make more content for you all, especially with the Hidden History series, as I see this kind of information is crucial for us to understand our past. I am overloaded with ideas, but I just do not have enough hours in the day because I have to work other jobs. So if I can take the channel on full time, I will provide excellent, truthful content for you all. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week.